Hello and welcome, my name's Sam and this is the Little Greenhouse Creates. Thank you for joining me today and thank you for joining me for the first of this week's stamp set of the week, Gone Fishing. Now you may be mistaken that you have seen this before, and you will be correct. You have seen it before. It came in last year's catalogue and it has been carried over, and if you're looking for it you will find it on page 76, I believe. Bottom right hand corner of page 76, and the reason it's so small is because it is a carryover. It's not a brand new stamp set, but it is there, as you can see, along with the dies. So we are having another go at this one because I have had it before, but this is our fresh cards. So as normal on a Monday, I have printed out my stamps onto a piece of white copy paper, really. So the stamp set comes with 5 sentiments. Happy Father's Day, so glad you're my dad, good things come to those that wait, happy retirement, and congrats. And then the rest of the stamps are almost two-step stamping, apart from this one here, which is almost like a river. So we have the fish and the infill, we have the weight and the infill, we have the fly and the infill, and I believe these two are weights as well with their infills. So let's bring in our supplies, and for today they are quite minimal, she says, trying to pick them up. There we go. Right, so we have got a piece of boho blue that measures 8 inches by 5 3/4. We have a large piece of white cardstock, which is where most of the work, where all the work is going to be done, and that is 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. We have our inside layer, which measures 3 1/2 by 5 1/4. I have a piece of white cardstock for the sentiment, which in this case measures 1 1/2 by 1 3/4. And I have a piece of this, and you're probably wondering what it is, and it is the masking tape that Stampin' Up have. I normally use post-it notes, but this serves perfectly well. What you need to do is to bend that down a bit. So if you don't have this, you can use post-it notes. And what you're going to do, we're going to create the pockets for the main stamping. For some reason I can't get this out today, so I'm all fingers and thumbs, so let's see if I can. There we go. Peel off the back. I want to get rid of quite a bit of the stickiness, so I'm just going to pop it on my hand so it doesn't stick down on the paper too much. Okay, because once I've used it I will not be using it again because it will be filthy. So what I'm going to do is we're trying to create, let's get this piece of paper out of the way, we're going to create these kind of pockets, okay, by using this and a blender pen, a blender brush even. So I'm going to go straight down, let's have a look, straight down like that, okay, bringing in my blender brush and my boho blue. So the first thing for me to do is to do a circular motion on the ink pad, okay, and then I'm going to wipe most of it off onto my grid paper, like you can see. Because I don't want all this speckly bit. So I'm just going to blend it all in. That's better. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to work from the outside of the paper across, but so not straight in the middle, and then I'm just going to blend, and I'm working along this line. And what we're after is a blend going this way, but a straight line, focal line there. So when you're happy with that, you can then peel off. There you go, next piece. What I'm going to do now is I want to work from the edge down. So this is the edge, so the next piece comes from here and goes down. We're not going all the way up to, well, we will go up to that point, but we don't want to go further. Don't really want to shape sharp line on that side. So picking up the ink that I've already dropped off onto here, and I'm going to work my way back. Again, you're going to get the blended section going up, not too far up. Pick up more ink and work my way down. Obviously, if you find you're not getting as much definition as you want, then you can go back to your ink pad. So I'm going to pull that back, and you can see there. Right, so I'm going to go from that corner there and work my way down, and I need to pick up a bit more. Circular motion, making sure it's not too much, and then work my way all the way up again. And work all the way down. And then you can peel it, coming back, and then you're going to go down again, probably, and I've used, as you can see, I've used the other side, and I'm going to put a bit more ink on my blender brush to give me a bit more definition. So I've loaded up the brush, and I'm just going to carry on and then work my way down, trying not to go too much over that crossover section. Okay, and then probably go that way, pick up from there and work my way up. And I think what I might do is just add another line across there. Okay, perfect. And then let's have a look. Let's do it. That way. So it's just that section there. Pick it up off the paper and bring myself down. Okay, and once you're happy with all of that, there we go. We've got our section like so. All right, so we can get rid of this now, and we can close up our boho, and we're going to come in with our Night of Navy and use that on the outlines of all the stamps. So the first one I'm going to do is the fish. He'll go along here. You want to try and keep it within the confines of the space that you've got, and it doesn't overlap into the next section. So let's say I'm going to pop him there. Okay, so I've got two of those. I've got this float, I suppose you want to call him. I'm going to pop him there. And then I've got my fly, pop there, and I've got my other float, which will probably work in there. Look at that. And then the last of the floats will go here. So the only thing, I've got a space up there, so what can we use? Let's have a look. Let's go for another boy. Boy, float. Probably is a float rather than a boy, isn't it? There we go. Perfect. So now is the time to be able to use the second part of the two-step stamping and do the infills. I've got two colours. I've got Lemon Lime Twist and Calypso Coral. So I don't want them all clustered together, so let's do this infill, and we're going to give him the, let's do Calypso Coral first of all. Okay, so that comes out. So I'm going to tap that on there and then just line it up as best I possibly can. And down. There he is. So I make him lime. Then I'm going to give this one the infill. So let's go with that Calypso. It goes up to there. I'm going to put lime. I want him to be lime. So let's do the other boy, infill with the Calypso. There we go. This one's lime. This one's lime. 1, 2, 3 limes and 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, so lime, 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 and then he needs to be the same again with this one. Okay. Okay. Then we can come in with my lemon lime twist. So the first one I've got down here is the fly. I'm just going to tilt that so I can see it slightly better. There we go. So there's a bit of lime. Then we've got this weight, I suppose you could call it. He's fallen off me. There we go. Lovely jumply. Bring that down. There he is. And then I'm just going to clean this bit off, wipe off the Calypso Coral, and add my lemon lime twist. So he will come into there and down. There he is. Right, so that is our main piece created. What we're going to do now, as we did a bit last week, we're going to ink up the edge in the Night of Navy rather than put a matte colour on it, or a matted colour. So rather than have it matted on Night of Navy, I'm just dipping the paper in the Night of Navy. There we go. There we go, so that gives that an edge. Let that dry for a second. I'm going to bring in my sentiment square and I'm going to brush that round with my boho. Let's see if I've got enough ink on the page. So you're just blending it in. There we are. So it's giving it a bit more detail. And now we can add the sentiment for this card. Okay, so I'm going to make this a happy birthday. So I'm going to do it in the Night of Navy. And I'm going to use a very old happy birthday that I've got. I was going to pop that down a bit so I can actually see what I'm doing. Pop that in the middle. There we are, perfect. And then I'm going to dip the edge again in the ink. Okay, So we now can afford to put our card together. But before I do that, I'm just going to turn this page over so that we don't get covered in the ink. Right, let's bring those over to here, because as you can see, my hands, I am covered. Right, so the first thing we're going to do is bend that over. All will be scored at 4 inches and then burnished with the bone folder. There we go. We can then add our focal point, and I'm going to use my multi-purpose glue. There it is. I'll lift that up. There we are. That will just get attached to the front, and obviously being multi-purpose you can give it a bit of a wriggle. There, and now we can add our sentiment. Put it somewhere. Where have I put it? There it is, hiding. And I'm going to use my dimensionals for that. I'm not sure that that is its final resting place, but we'll see. Bring in my scissors. Okay, so let's turn that over. Piece there. Probably one on each corner is my preferred place, and one in the middle. And then before I take the backings off, I just need to make sure I am definitely happy. Actually, it might be better to go there. I'm liking that. Okay, so let's take that off. The reason I was trying to move it over there was because that bit there just seems to catch my eye as if it's a blemish. But it's... There we go. Take the backings off. See how I feel once I've popped it into place. Could even cover that up really, couldn't I? Let's put it there, I think. There we go. And then we've got 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Can I live with that, or do I need to put a bit of bling on? Let's have a see. Me grab me bling. Oh, come on, bling. Right. So I could add a bit of blue, that blue probably, or that blue. Actually, that blue looks better. It's always good to have a bit of... Right, now I don't normally put bling on a man's card, but we can see. Let's have a look. Let's gently put it into place and see what we like. Picks up the boho, doesn't it, quite well. And where else? There. And maybe put a bit there. Let's have a look. So if you find you have a blemish that you're not particularly happy with, then you can always cover it up with a bit of bling. Can't go wrong with a bit of bling. As I always say, it's not a mistake, it's a creative opportunity. So the only thing we've got left now is to put our inside layer on. And of course you could, and we will, take our Night of Navy, tap our fish, pop him on the bottom right hand corner, there he is, and then we can infill him with the lemon lime. it down a bit. There he is, and we can put him inside now. Stamp and seal. 1, 2, 3. There we go. And there is our card. So that's our happy birthday version, and that's our happy retirement version. So I hope you like those. They've been great fun to create. I'm back again on Wednesday, so do join me if you're free, and we will catch up then. But whatever you do for the rest of the day, stay safe and happy crafting. Take care. Bye.